Welcome to the Blake Goodman PC Attorneys Podcast. We provide a knowledgeable guide on bankruptcy law in the state of Hawaii so you can stay informed and get the fresh financial start you need. With over 80 years of combined experience in bankruptcy law, at Blake Goodman PC, we're ready to listen and help you get back on your feet. This podcast series is reviewed and approved by founding attorney Blake Goodman.
In this episode, we offer a comprehensive guide to bankruptcy fraud, covering the various types, legal penalties, and prevention strategies. For some people or businesses, there may come a time in life where they are unable to pay their debts and will have to consider filing for bankruptcy. Filing for bankruptcy should never be taken lightly, and it is wise to consult with a bankruptcy attorney to determine if it is the best course of action. Unfortunately, there are individuals who take advantage of the system and commit bankruptcy fraud. This type of fraud is serious and can lead to harsh consequences. This is why it is so important to work with a knowledgeable professional to ensure all the steps are completed properly. Let's begin by understanding bankruptcy fraud, its definitions and implications. Bankruptcy fraud is knowingly and dishonestly manipulating the bankruptcy process for personal gain or to avoid financial obligations. Both individuals as well as companies can be guilty of this type of financial fraud, and there are hefty consequences for doing so. There are many types of bankruptcy fraud, and it is helpful to understand what they are and the consequences associated. This knowledge helps prevent fraud as well as helps protect the bankruptcy system, so those in need have access. Now, let's explore the various types of bankruptcy fraud and their impact. A bankruptcy attorney will tell you that bankruptcy fraud is a serious offense that can result in criminal charges, including fines and imprisonment. The fraud can take various forms, including the following: concealment of assets, intentionally hiding assets from the bankruptcy court to avoid having them included in the bankruptcy estate, which is used to repay creditors. False statements, providing false information or making false statements in bankruptcy filings, such as underreporting income or overstating expenses. Multiple filings, filing for bankruptcy multiple times in different jurisdictions without disclosing previous filings. Asset transfers, transferring assets to family members, friends, or other entities to keep them out of the bankruptcy estate. Bribery or corruption, offering bribes or engaging in corrupt practices to influence the outcome of the bankruptcy proceedings. And credit card abuse, running up credit card debt or making large purchases with the intention of filing for bankruptcy shortly afterward, without intending to repay the debt. It's important to have a clear understanding of the types of bankruptcy fraud to promote fair and transparent bankruptcy proceedings, protect the interest of creditors, and to uphold the integrity of the legal system. Next, let's go over the serious consequences of committing bankruptcy fraud. Bankruptcy fraud is serious and can lead to anything from minor penalties to harsh criminal charges and even imprisonment. When it comes to some of the lesser penalties, individuals may be required to pay a fine, repay certain debt, or have their bankruptcy discharge denied. Criminal charges, however, can lead to months or even years in prison as well as fines. In addition to penalties given by the court, those found of bankruptcy fraud may end up with a poor credit score that is hard to remove. Overall, this type of fraud is taken very seriously by the legal system, and individuals convicted can face serious penalties. It is recommended to hire a bankruptcy attorney to ensure every aspect of your filing is accurate and above board. Let's continue by outlining some effective strategies for preventing bankruptcy fraud. There are several steps individuals and companies can take as best practices when filing for bankruptcy. First and foremost, your attorney will work hard to ensure your rights are protected and you are filing accurately. Secondly, when working with your attorney in the courts, it is essential to be honest and disclose everything you have, including assets, income, debts, and any other financial information. Along with honesty, it is essential to keep accurate records of all of your financial transactions. These transactions include income records, proof of expenses, debt records, asset records, financial statements, tax returns, and communication with creditors. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of hiring a bankruptcy attorney for legal guidance. Bankruptcy attorneys are crucial when it comes to filing for bankruptcy and preventing fraud. The bankruptcy process can be detailed and confusing, and an attorney will help provide legal expertise, identify potential issues, ensure compliance with legal requirements, and advocate for their clients' interests throughout the process. When considering bankruptcy, an attorney's guidance and representation are invaluable in safeguarding against fraudulent behavior and ensuring a fair and lawful resolution of financial difficulties. Remember, if you have any concerns about bankruptcy fraud, you can rely on our experienced bankruptcy attorneys at Blake Goodman PC for expert consultation and representation. Rely on our Honolulu bankruptcy attorneys when you're in the midst of filing for bankruptcy. With a deep understanding of Hawaii bankruptcy laws and regulations, our team is dedicated to guiding you through every step of the process with clarity and integrity. Contact us today and get peace of mind as you navigate the complexities of your bankruptcy proceedings. Call Blake Goodman PC at 808-556-7833 or visit us online at debtfreehawaii.com.
Thank you for listening to the Blake Goodman PC Attorneys Podcast. Going through bankruptcy can be a difficult and complex situation, but it doesn't have to be if you have us on your side. Your path to financial freedom starts here. Get in touch with the experienced bankruptcy lawyers at Blake Goodman PC Attorney today to explore your options.